PSA. Tomorrow, there's an insane Nintendo Direct, and I want to party with you. So we are going to be live streaming the adventure together, me and you, starting an hour before the show kicks off. That means 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Mountain, 1 p.m. Pacific. You'll find the link in the description down below. Click it so you can be here with us and rejoice in finding out all the fun that Nintendo has. These are the best moments we get to share, so I hope to see you there. Good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. I woke up this morning and pumped my fist because let me tell you, it was a rough night and I was so glad to see the big news. Today we're talking about the new Nintendo Direct, which is poised to be one of the best Directs Nintendo has ever had, and I think a big reason is gonna be this guy right here, the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. So let's talk all about it. Plus, Fire Emblem fans, I think it's going to be a really good day for you, and there is a billion reasons why. Plus, Squirtle, the word game phenomenon, has merged with Pokemon in an amazing crossover that I already love. And the Zelda maker we've been waiting for is finally coming to Switch. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. I hope you're all doing amazing. I had a really rough night, and I had an anxiety attack at 4 in the morning, the closest I've been to a panic attack in probably like 3 years, and it really sucked. So it was such a spirit lifter when I woke up and saw, boom, Nintendo Direct season has arrived. Any of you out there dealing with anxiety or depression or any of those sort of things, my heart goes out to you. Just know it will get better and you will get through. And hopefully the reliability and fun of this show will make sure that you do. So hit that like button if you enjoy GMM and let me know your take on today's topics in the comments down below. There are so many awesome ones. Now, speaking of awesome ones, my fine friends at PDP make a freaking awesome controller. If you're looking to add to your Switch arsenal, bring in some multiplayer action, these controllers right here, the Face Off Deluxe Plus Audio, are awesome. And using my coupon code in the description down below, you can grab them for $25, which is such a steal. Especially because once that Zelda trailer does pop off, you can put on your Zelda faceplate and be like, ooh la la, Link, I'm ready for you. Let's conquer Hyrule once more. We love that, Link, but let's show some love to the link in the description down below. Every time you click it, it helps support the channel, and I really super appreciate it. Let's start off with a couple of quick hitters. All right, Octopath Traveler is coming back. The series that helps spawn Triangle Strategy, releasing in March, is getting a mobile game headed west. Now, Octopath Traveler Champions of the Continent already came out in other places, but it's coming to America later this year. This just was announced like literally right before I hit record. So if you're pumped about the pixel art JRPG style and you're ready for Triangle Strategy, just know you got another one because Octopath is back. After its 2020 release in Japan, the mobile prequel is about to make itself much more available. Now, obviously there's one big story that is just ridiculously exciting, but this one, it really gave me I just smiled. Squirtle is the latest new Pokemon game. All right, this is amazing. Have you heard of Wordle? If you haven't, I know it's really kind of overdone on Twitter, but really good little brain teaser, and I love playing it every single day. I'm undefeated, by the way. But Squirtle is Wordle with Pokemon, and it's not just spelling them out, though. It's really gonna test your knowledge of the complete Pokedex, and it's got all sorts of different categories because it's gonna help you decide which Pokemon to guess next based on generation, type 1, type 2, height, and weight. I mean, the way that this works is amazing. They tell you right or wrong on the gen and the type, and then they tell you higher or lower on the height and the weight. It is challenging, it is fun, and it really makes you be encyclopedic about the Pokemon you know and remember. I think this game is amazing, and while it's not Nintendo official, they really should have capitalized. People would have paid $5 to get Squirtle on their Switches, and now you can play Squirtle for free whenever you want, whether you like Wordle or not. I'm telling you, it's just joy inducing. It's just so fun, and it's such a nice brain teaser. It's so challenging in such a good way, and it really makes you feel like you're a Pokemaster. This is a test that they give Ash, and he probably wouldn't do well. Maybe Gary would succeed, I don't know. But if you want to test your hand at it, I'll put a link in the description down below. It's tons of fun. The most fun, though, will be had by us tomorrow afternoon at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. We will be streaming, do not forget it, because Nintendo Direct 2022 is here. Out of the blue, like a beautiful bird singing the song that you just needed to hear, Nintendo said, hey, we're having a 40-minute show focused primarily on first half 2022 titles, and this Direct, my friends, is going to be one of their biggest, best ever. And the way we know that is because they just don't have a lot out on the horizon right now. I mean, they've talked about Breath of the Wild 2 since 2019. They've talked about Bayonetta 3, it feels like, since Bayonetta 2. And they've talked about Splatoon 3 even for almost a year now. So we really don't know what Nintendo's been working on as of late. And we definitely don't have release dates for any of the games I just mentioned. In fact, we don't know a release beyond March. We know the 25th brings the Pink Puff, and then April, May, June, July, August, none of that has been situated, and we're about to find out. Now, there's been so many rumors and leaks and different rumblings that I've heard and read and shared with you, and we're going to do a full predictions video a little bit later on, but I'm telling you, whatever their big reveal is, it's going to blow people's minds. All right, there's a number of candidates, right? Mario Kart 9 has been touted, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and this one right here. Look, Aonuma said that it wasn't time to really tell much about Zelda, but he did have a small trailer, and that trailer actually told us a lot. We got to see gameplay for the first time, and it was glorious. The skies, the sun, the arm, and now I think there's a very high likelihood that we find out more. If this game is indeed releasing later this year, as indicated by Nintendo's recent financial call and investor briefing where they said 2022 is the date for my man Link and his friend Zelda, then I think tomorrow has a really good shot. Maybe Mario Kart 9 is too pie in the sky, maybe something of that sort is going to be saved for a later date, even E3. Tomorrow is a perfect time to really hone in on your holiday mega hit. We could be seeing a trailer, a name, and a release date, or at least window, for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, and finally putting together more pieces to see if the big leaks have maybe been accurate, to see if Zelda Link co-op is something that's going to come to fruition, to find out what pesky Ganon is up to in his piggy lair, and to really understand what this game is all about. It's sort of strange to be so hyped for something that we know so little about, but I'm ready to dungeon dive, yes Nintendo, you better bring dungeons, and see what we get from the newest adventure in one of gaming's most beloved franchises. And the best part of this is, on the chance that we don't get Breath of the Wild 2, on the chance Nintendo wants to save it for the summer, that means there's a big, humongous, colossal hole. And to me, that means Nintendo is going to fill it with something massive. So I think we win either way. In fact, in a 40-minute presentation, I believe we will get a significant focus on some upcoming titles, like maybe another look at Kirby, perhaps a relook at Advance Wars Reboot Camp. Splatoon 3 should get prime real estate, considering that game is expected to release in the next couple of months. And then from there, I really think it's going to be a lot of new. Third-party titles could show up, and maybe an indie favorite like Sports Story or Hollow Knight Silksong could reemerge. But I think first party will be the focus here, kind of laying out the calendar for 2022 and alerting us to at least one of their big fall games. Nintendo loves to use their February Direct to really tease out what is going to be titanic come Black Friday, come holiday shopping season. They did it with Smash Bros, and I bet they do it again tomorrow. It's the unknown that's so exciting here, and this is one of the best times for the unknown, where we know Nintendo is hard at work on a whole bunch, we just haven't seen it yet. And that mystery, that wait, that anticipation, that hype is so huge. I cannot wait to see it on the stream tomorrow. We're gonna party like it's 2022, because I think this year is going to be amazing. So let me know in the comments down below what you want to see most. What's the one you got to get done in tomorrow's Direct? Is it... I've been pointing to the wrong side of my shirt the entire show. Shoot! Is it Splatoon? Or is it Silksong? Or is it the Metroid Prime Remastered we've heard about? Let me know what you want to see, and if it's Fire Emblem, I think you are in for a very fun day. Look, Fire Emblem is a franchise that is bigger than I think a lot of people understand. Three Houses did fantastic as the Switch debut, and we now know that Fire Emblem Heroes, the mobile microtransaction game, has made nearly $1 billion in 5 years. It's a whole lot of rupees. Now, Fire Emblem has been heavily rumored, and first it was going to be a remake, and then that morphed into a brand new title. And Nintendo leaker Mark Amaro has said on Twitter this morning that he believes Intelligent Systems fans will have a fantastic day during the Direct. And a lot of things have led up from Nate Drake and from Zippo and from plenty of places that, hey, Fire Emblem is ready to roar. And I think this game is going to be announced and released shortly after. I'm not talking about a stealth drop. That'd be way too crazy, but maybe a summer release for a brand new Fire Emblem. And we'll have to see if this is indeed a remake or if this is going to be a brand new entry, sort of a sequel to Three Houses, and how it upgrades the graphics and gameplay to really find its true home on Switch. Because by all accounts, Three Houses is a great game, but it definitely was carrying over elements and many of the same features from the handheld series. Now, I'm not saying they're going to completely go crazy, but an evolution could be in store, as we've seen from so many other mainline Nintendo IP. So it really seems like Fire Emblem is ready to go, and that is going to be one of the featured titles tomorrow. Something that Nintendo has decided not to do, though, is a Zelda Dungeon Maker. With the success of Mario Maker being such an online hit and such a wonderful game to share on social and really just explore all the intricate details and difficulty of that 2D franchise, it's sort of a surprise that Nintendo kind of dropped the ball on Zelda. They attempted to include something of the sort in the recent Link's Awakening, the Dungeon Maker, but it's really like quarter-baked. I'm not even gonna say half-baked. But then, lo, behold, a new game comes in out of nowhere called Super Dungeon Maker. Now, this game is releasing later this year on Switch. It'll hit Steam Early Access on February 15th, and you play as a darn chicken. It took one of those trusty chickens from The Legend of Zelda to get this right, and it really looks like it could get this super right. You're designing the look and layout of the dungeons, you're designing the puzzles and the enemies, the bosses, and it looks the part. I don't know exactly how it plays, and we'll have to test it out for ourselves, but this game looks like it could be super freaking cool. Apparently, this game won Best Family Game 2021 at Gamescom last year. I didn't even know it existed before today, but the quality must be there if it won a big award at the biggest European games convention. Now, there is no campaign here, but it does look like it has a nice suite of online share tools, feedback reviews, so you can bolster your stats as a dungeon master and also find the levels that are best suited for you to play and download. I am fingers crossed for two things here. One, that this game turns out really great, and two, that it maybe inspires Nintendo to either partner with this dev or make an official Zelda on their own. I'd love to make some Zelda dungeons. I think that's a great way to expand sort of the other Zelda franchise. We've got the throwback franchise, like we've seen from Skyward Sword coming to Switch. We got the Breath of the Wild franchise. We could do more in the 2D realm with a game like this. Or hey, better yet, just remake Oracle of Ages and Seasons and tack this on as the multiplayer extra. I would be madly in love, and I want to know from you if you're going to check out Super Dungeon Maker. I know it's not Nintendo made, but it does look kind of like it could be, and it really seems like it'll be our foray into the Zelda Maker we've dreamed of. Man, in my crummy, anxious day yesterday, I totally forgot to post the poll. I'm very sorry. Luckily, the direct came and kind of just overwhelmed us with cool things to talk about. The polls will be back tonight. Make sure to check the community tab so you can find out what we're talking about and be a part of the conversation. And again, truly, like if you are experiencing any sort of anxiety, nervousness, depression, anything of that sort, just know that it's totally normal. It happens to almost all of us, and you will get through, and you'll find a day where you feel really good again. I promise you that, and I promise you'll be back tomorrow with another awesome episode, but make sure to join us for the special live stream starting a full hour before the Nintendo Direct. That means we're kicking off at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Mountain, 1 p.m. Pacific to find out exactly what Nintendo has in store for us in 2022. I cannot wait to share it all with you, so make sure you're staying safe, staying healthy, staying happy, staying positive out there, and until next time, my wonderful friends and family, thanks again. SwitchForce out.